Cheers. Happy solstice on Sunday. I hope you're having a great morning. I seem to be, as I mentioned last week, I'm obsessed with the Dixie Chicks' latest album. And I just feel like everybody has a way and a possibility to share their story, because I think it is something that's contagious. I think it takes away the shame from what we might be feeling, the loneliness of just being struggling in life right now, or whether it is, in my case, being a parent, and as a woman living in a very curious time. And that's all I can speak to. But being a woman and being 50 is really interesting right now. I don't think my mom was able to be in this space. And I don't think my grandmother was. And I'm positive my great-grandmother wasn't able to either. So I feel very, very fortunate that I can be in this place, this moment, with so much excitement for life. And a really cool thing, because I literally feel like I'm at a halfway point. My goal is to get to 101. Whatever happens, happens, but I'm still putting it out there. And I feel like I've had some bumps and bruises along the way. Some of them I wish didn't happen, but they did. And I feel weathered, but I feel like I have a wisdom to me, in the sense that I'm not really interested in bullshit anymore. And when I see it, I might name it, and then I move along. I don't know. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for whining and complaining. I'm okay with you having to jam something out, but not on repeat. It's like we need to own our shit. And the tough part about that is when we own our shit, it's work. So the easier thing is to not own your shit. The easier thing is to talk about people. The easier thing is to complain about people. The easier thing is to point fingers. But when somebody gets under your skin, there's a reason. They're getting under your skin because they're triggering something in you. And it's your responsibility to resolve that, not theirs, not theirs. We've learned this the wrong way. It's like, God, we're masters at stabbing people in the back, aren't we? We're masters at talking about people behind their back. And yeah, I think at 50 and being a woman and a mom, it's a moment that I get to choose to do some really hard work. Sometimes it's a lot of alone work, and but it's you feel alive. You feel alive. So I was mentioning earlier that the Chicks have been so amazing to listen to, because it was their way of talking about their story. And in this particular incident, it was most of it is the process of Natalie Maines going through her divorce, and an ugly one. I don't know what kind of divorce isn't. I certainly would love to see more and more not be ugly. And I'm always in awe over couples who do it really gracefully. So if that's you, kudos to you, and well done, keep it going. But I wanted to mention this song to you, and it's called For Her. And if you listen to it quickly, you kind of, it sounds like a man and a woman talking about maybe a daughter, maybe doing it for a third party sort of thing. But if you listen to it a bit closer, it's about within her, doing it for her, doing it for you, and choosing to stand for her. And I think, again, it so resonates with me at this moment, and hopefully it resonates with you. If you take a listen, again, you don't have to love country, you don't even have to love the Dixie Chicks, but just take a moment to listen to this song, maybe a couple times to get it. But here are some of the quotes that I just love. It takes a lot of hard work to get a whole lot stronger, because it's a real tough, girl. I wish I could go back and tell you that you're a fighter. You just don't know it yet. Stand up, show love for her. Stand up, show up for her. And so I had this experience a couple weeks ago. I was just sitting around very casually with a few people, and a woman sitting across from me said, I was sitting beside my girlfriend, and we both had our hair like this. I call it a messy bun. And she said, you know, if my husband saw you with your hair like that, he would call you lazy. So when he sees girls with their hair like that, he calls them lazy. And I just went, pardon? And it was hard not to just go like this, because can't I just kind of do my hair whatever way I want? Can't I do this video with no makeup and my messy bun whatever way I want? Can't you take this or leave it without criticizing it? I just started thinking, though, it was very, very interesting, because I'm in such a place that well, let me put it this way. I love women. I love women. I love celebrating them. If I see them doing something that I think is fantastic, I tell them. I tell strangers, I stop strangers on the street if I think their hair looks great, they got a great smile. I experienced something like a bank teller. She has great energy. I will tell her. I love to tell women. It gets tricky with guys. I haven't figured out how to tell guys if I feel like they're doing fantastic or I think they're amazing, because there always is that little bit of a weird thing. So for now, I just stick with celebrating women. So I absolutely love women. And so in the flip, I find it really, really difficult when women don't stand up for women. Women don't celebrate women. Women criticize women. Women are jealous of women. Women are mean to women. And I think when you hit this point of 50, wearing a messy bun, had 4 kids, kind of ran for many years, 30 years, with my head cut off and just trying to figure out life. And for me to actually get here, and I'm still in one piece, I've got a smile on my face. Some days, life really, really sucks. But I don't like hanging there. And I think it's a really interesting thing, because as women, if we don't choose to stand up, you don't have to stand up and be bitchy. You don't have to stand up and be mean. But I think you have to stand up for what your heart says. What does your gut say? If something gives you that weird feeling, it's okay. It doesn't make you a bitch because you said no, or because you said, no, that doesn't work for me. And there will be pushback. And a lot of times the biggest amount of pushback is from other women. And I don't know. If we could just find a way, people, and I keep saying this, why can't you do you and I'll do me? And you don't have to love everything I do, as I don't need to love everything you do, because it's your journey. This is mine. And why can't we just say that? Why can't we just say, do your journey, do your thing. It's cool, it's great, it's wonderful. Go fill your boots. We don't have to take each other down. Because I'm telling you, if we choose to stand up for us, show up for us, for her, we will change this world. We already are changing this world. But think about what our daughters will see. Think about what our boys will see. Think about what our partners will see, the men in our lives that are struggling too. But maybe they're just not there yet. And they need to see. They need to hear from us. Not in a bitchy way. Just clear, kind, loving. That it's not okay for you to criticize my messy bun. And you don't get to call me lazy. Because I'm not lazy. And even if I do choose to be lazy, it's my choice. That's all on me. You don't get to call me lazy. But here's the thing. If you want to call me lazy, you have to be prepared that I will stand up. And I will show up for me. Because I'm not going to betray myself. So please don't betray yourself. And women, stand up. Show up for you. Because you are worth it. If we celebrate each other, we will be unstoppable in kindness, in love, in wisdom, in fire, and growth. It's endless. Stand up. Show up. Messy bun if you want. Do your thing. Cheers.